What's up, guys? It's a moment for me to have a meatless, and today I'm going to talk about how much protein you need on a vegan diet. So, you guys have heard the protein thing. Everybody wants to know how much protein do you need to build muscle. You know, protein, protein, protein. So the reason behind that, first of all, is because muscles are made up of amino acids, and protein is essentially amino acids. The body breaks the protein down into amino acids, and then it uses those amino acids to do things like repair and build muscle. So that's why we want to make sure we have enough protein each day to make sure that we give our body the fuel that it needs, the building blocks that it needs in order to build muscle, not only maintain muscle, but build muscle. So, to quickly in the debate, a lot of people, particularly I've noticed this with a lot of vegans, they think that you need less protein than what you actually need to build muscle. So there's science. You can always go and look into science, and science would suggest that slightly less than a gram per pound of body weight, you know, maybe I forget if it's 0.7 something grams per pound of body weight or something like that on the low end, and on the high end, like if you're in a caloric deficit, possibly a little over a gram per pound of body weight. And that's just to maintain muscle when you're in a deficit and you're trying to get lean and so on and so forth. So I've said a few things, like you don't necessarily need a gram per pound of body weight, but for me personally, I get a gram per pound of body weight. I try to always get a gram per pound of body weight. When I've been in my best shape, I've always been getting at least a gram per pound of body weight. So what do I know works for certain from experience? A gram per pound of body weight. So if you want to go a little bit lower than that, especially if you're getting plenty of calories, that's okay. But don't think just because, you know, watermelon has amino acids that it's going to build muscle. It is not. You know, you need some protein. You need some protein with from an actual protein source, right? With high levels of all the amino acids, particularly the BCAAs. I won't go into what those are specifically in this video, but you need protein sources, okay? And you need to be getting your protein from legitimate protein sources. So good protein sources, I've gone over in other videos, so I'm not going to go too much into that either, but there's several different good, solid protein sources as a person who's plant-based. But just, guys, if you really want to build muscle, if you really want to have a great physique, don't get, you know, less than, let's say, 0.75 grams of protein per pound of body weight, which would mean about 3/4 of a gram for every pound of body weight. And if you want to really be safe, there's something about, if you want to really be safe, then just get a gram per pound of body weight. You can't go wrong with that, unless you're somebody who's like highly sick with some, you know, kidney thing, and you're, you know, or you're very, very elderly or something like that, then you want to get that much protein. And you don't have to get it all from Whole Foods. There are things that you can do. There's other options besides just doing Whole Foods, because that can be a little bit challenging for sure. And yeah, I understand that not everybody agrees with this, you know, especially like a lot of calisthenics people and stuff like that. But I find that, you know, they don't have big legs. So, you know, if you don't have big legs, you don't have as much muscle on your body. Your upper body, no matter how big you get it, it's nothing compared to if you develop your lower body. That is a massive amount of muscle, and it needs a lot more protein, right? So you need that to feed your lower body and your upper body. Now, if you're somebody who's just, like I said, doing calisthenics, you're not really looking to put on much size, you know, you may not need the higher end, you can go on the lower end. But if you're somebody who wants to maximize your muscle growth, that's what I recommend, guys. A gram per pound of body weight. So I've rambled for long enough. Y'all get the point. I'm out. Subscribe if you like the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.